you beautiful souls. Today is March 10th, 2025, and it's a fourth line day, so a great day for um, networking and reaching out to friends. And you may find that people reach out to you and are friendlier. A fourth line is also can be about meanness, so don't be surprised if themes of that nature pop out. Other themes that we can see here, we are in the sun is in gate 22 with its keynote of sensitivity, where we're going to be touching on the modification of behavior to enrich interactions. As the frequency here is the possibility of social openness through the rejection of formality, all the way through the limitation of social openness through the need for formality. Okay, and this is a individual frequency of mutation, and this is something that is reaching across the other side to be able to express that mutation. It's one of the most social channel here in the individual circuitry, which is normally very solitary. They need to be alone. And then you have gate 47 here, which is collective, and that's what our earth is in. It's grounding in that. This is the gate of oppression. Okay. Restrictive and adverse state as a result of internal weakness or external strength or both. There's a lot of that in human design gates where it seems like this is a very negative thing that you don't want. You don't want oppression, but in truth, these are activations and energies that can help you, protect you, offer you protection and strength, in this case, grounding. And today the keynote is repression, the constraints of external oppression. And we're learning about the frequencies we may be experiencing the frequency of a sense of identity that can be maintained despite external conditioning on the one hand, and on the other, the identity overwhelmed by external conditioning. And so those anywhere in between that could be the frequency that you're experiencing today or that you're witnessing today. And again, fourth line day. So, that's friendliness, kindness, meanness. It's reaching out to the other side because you're aware of that. And today's question, as usual, what message can I share with my network that is really, truly for you? A message that you most need to hear. And today, the coins, there were no changing lines in the coins today, as you could see. We got gate 31, which is the gate of influence. Hexagram 31. And so what does it say? The name of the hexagram means universal, general, and in a figurative sense, to influence, to stimulate. The upper trigram is Tui, the joyous. The lower is Ken, keeping still. By its persistent, quiet influence, the lower rigid trigram stimulates the upper weak trigram, which responds to the stimulation cheerfully and joyously. Ken, the lower trigram, is the youngest son. The upper, Tui, is the youngest daughter. Thus, the universal mutual attraction between the sexes is represented. In courtship, the masculine principle must seize the initiative and place itself below the feminine principle. Just as the first part of Book 1 begins with the hexagrams of heaven and earth, the foundations of all that exists. The second part begins with the hexagrams of courtship and marriage, the foundations of all social relationships. So a lot of themes of social here. The judgment, influence, success, perseverance furthers. To take a maiden to wife brings good fortune. The weak element is above, the strong below. Hence their powers attract each other, so that they unite. This brings about success, for all success depends on the effect of mutual attraction. By keeping still within while experiencing joy without, one can prevent the joy from going to excess and hold it within proper bounds. This is the meaning of the added admonition, perseverance furthers. For it is perseverance that makes the difference between seduction and courtship. In the latter, the strong man takes a position inferior to that of the weak girl and shows consideration for her. This attraction between affinities is a general law of nature. Heaven and earth attract each other, and thus all creatures come into being. Through such attraction, the sage influences men's hearts, and thus the world attains peace. From the attraction they exert, we can learn the nature of all beings in heaven and earth. The image, a lake on the mountain, the image of influence. Thus the superior man encourages people to approach him by his readiness to receive them. A mountain with a lake on its summit is stimulated by the moisture from the lake. It has this advantage because its summit does not jut out as a peak, but is sunken. The image counsels that the mind should be kept humble and free, so that it may remain receptive to good advice. People soon give up counseling a man who thinks that he knows everything better than anyone else. And ain't that the truth? And so let's take a look at the cards. Today, I pulled 2 cards from the White Light Oracle. I didn't get anything from the Moonology Oracle cards, which is interesting. And I didn't read these 2 cards before I came on here today. I don't know why that is, but we shall find out what they say together. And so the first card I'm going to read is card number 42, Garuda Suparna. It's a beautiful card with a bald eagle on it. Number 42. This is a significant number to me in my life. I don't know if it is for you. Cultivate confidence in yourself. You have the inner spiritual power to deal wisely and effectively with any situation. Don't allow anyone to take advantage of your kind nature. Reflect upon what action feels best for you to take, and then follow through with decisiveness. Do not allow negativity to get a grip in your life. Positive energy and outcomes are indicated. Garuda is the mystical king of the birds, a mighty eagle-like divine creature celebrated in the spiritual traditions of the East. In Sanskrit, Suparna means to have powerful wings and fly well. This has spiritual significance, as Garuda can cover great distances and reach tremendous heights. Garuda's earthly counterpart, the eagle, is said to use the powerful winds of a storm to fly above it, rather than get caught within it. The eagle spirit is a wisdom teacher, one who advises how to utilize the storms of ego to fuel your capacity to rise spiritually, to face problems head on, and use them to heal and grow. I really like that imagery of using the winds of your emotional storms to fly above it rather than get caught within it. Eagle seeks higher sanctuary, where negativities can be dealt with before they cause further problems. Another Sanskrit word, accorded to Garuda, is Vishari, which essentially means conqueror of poisons. Garuda Suparna augurs a time when you will need to rise above the pettiness of ego and ensure you nip negativities in the bud, lest they become powerful enough to cause havoc in your hearts. You don't need to become ensnared within the drama of ego. Garuda fights on the side of the light and is a bringer of powerful protection and hope, and is a symbol of rebirth. He is a capable warrior. His dark side can be seen in that he is merciless. In Buddhism, he is known as the dignity of wisdom. Sometimes our compassion can outweigh our wisdom. Our empathy allows troublesome behaviors of circumstances to fester and develop into far greater problems later on. If we had listened to our wisdom, we would have cut them off at the root. But while it can be harder to do so later, it is not impossible. And it is Garuda who teaches us to be unyielding when that is what wisdom calls for. Eagle socializes with its own kind. Therefore, an aspect of its medicine is to seek those who resonate at a similar spiritual frequency and are committed to a higher path. Such kindred spirits will not necessarily have the same belief systems. They may seem quite different to you in many ways. Yet, if someone has a commitment to honoring the hearts of all beings, they are likely to be good company for your soul. Garuda Eagle medicine empowers us to discern the real quality of our relationships. The company you keep can have a profound effect. You have the spiritual right and responsibility to choose which company you keep. You don't need to judge, for everyone is taking their own journey and working to heal their karma. But you do need to discern. Ooh, I am feeling this today. Garuda has the mystical power to grow or shrink, depending on what is needed to accomplish his heroic tasks. By becoming large enough to block the sun and cause thunderstorms just by flapping his wings, to become small enough to hide in a crevice to craftily avoid capture. Garuda teaches us when we step up and shine bright and bold, and when to fly under the proverbial radar. The oracle of Garuda Suparna is a talisman of divine protection and soul-smart strategy. Garuda is a wild spirit, free and instinctive. His wisdom and empowerment needed to rise above negativity, not from avoidance, but from a place of wisdom and clarity. This oracle guides you to rely on your instincts and be true to your heart. In doing so, you may not always look like a perfect person from the outside, but you are proceeding in resonance with your own heart wisdom. Healing process. It's time to imagine you are a mighty eagle. Spread your arms as though they were wings and fly around your room. You may swoop or soar effortlessly. If you can safely stand on a chair or a step, do so. Imagine, intend, sense, or feel that you are gazing down at your life from a higher perspective. What do you see? Are there issues that need to be dealt with immediately before they escalate? Do you need to make yourself unavailable to certain negativities? Do you need to withdraw and seek spiritual connection whilst the storm beneath you unfolds? Give yourself permission to see, sense, feel, and acknowledge your own wisdom. When you are ready, ground yourself safely in your nest. Place your hands in prayer at your heart and bow. You are bowing to the light, to divine wisdom, to Garuda, the eagle spirit teacher within your soul, and to the great gift of life which enables all souls to grow and evolve. You can complete your healing process by coming back to the here and now, remembering your human self and human name, and hydrating your body. Ah, Garuda Suparna. Yes, that is a beautiful teaching, a powerful teaching that we definitely need today. And so the next card here is, number 3, Obadiah. And she seems to be really kind of holding herself here and being held by, what is that, a bird? Right there in her head. Let's see what this one says. Do not turn away from your path, nor from what you know in your heart to be true. No matter what appears to be, nor what logic may dictate, trust what your heart is telling you. You are safe and protected by spirit. You are spiritually empowered with all you need to manifest your authentic soul path. You have what it takes to connect with the light and live that connection in practical ways which contribute positive energy to our human collective. We're starting out pretty good now. Obadiah is a Latin word for obedience. It did look like obedience. Far from conforming to authority, the original meaning was to listen. Listen. To hear and not turn away. The oracle of Obadiah is about becoming a sacred rebel, giving up faith in the ways of the world and embracing the ways of the Spirit unconditionally. That means refusing to torture yourself with horror stories that society and your own mind conjure up from time to time. Do not believe the mind. The guidance is encouraging you to connect through your heart with the spiritual light, wisdom, and guidance within. The oracle asks you to believe in the power of spirit to show you the way through all troubles. There is a message from our loving universe for you. You will feel it in your heart. You may consider yourself to be a feisty, independent, strong person, rather than one who is docile and surrendered in spirit. A vibrant and powerful personality may feel initial resistance or confusion when asked to become soft to the ways of spirit. Yet this sort of obedience is not about giving away your power or becoming someone you are not. When we are receptive to spirit, we become more unique, not less. This oracle asks us to get out of our own way. Often we make things more difficult for ourselves, even when our intentions are good. This is because we see things from a limited or partial perspective. I would suspect it's from listening too much to the mind, the conditioned mind, the not-self mind. This doesn't mean we should refuse to act at all. It just means that as we practice sensing and following spirit, by tuning into the heart, we will act from a more centered and wisely guided place. Our actions will be more likely to hit the mark. When we flow with their greater wisdom of life, far-reaching positive consequences awaken. Recognizing that spirit is wiser than your own personal opinion is the prelude to true awakening. The more awakened we are, the more genuine benefit for all beings can unfold through our endeavors. Yes, follow your spirit, your true self. To be clear, the guidance of this our oracle is not to hand over your power, nor to seek out Spirit to tell you what to do. It is always up to you to exercise your free will and live your life as you choose. Sometimes the responsibility behind such freedom might seem too much, but this is our task as human beings, to own our freedom and exercise it with wisdom and delight. When you trust your courage more than your doubt, you will be ready to listen to Spirit and act on what you perceive. You will be capable, willing, and ready to live as a light on this earth. You are also encouraged to ditch the drug of doubt. Doubt undermines your confidence and sends you on a mission to gain approval before making every decision. Approval can become the hit that alleviates doubt, temporarily, but it prevents you from building the strength you need to listen for your own spiritual knowing. You have it within you to be spiritually sovereign. This oracle asks you to recognize your inner potential and to practice trusting yourself and your capacity to respond to life's unpredictable happenings with soul-honoring integrity. In the healing process here, place a hand at your heart and connect consciously to your breath as it flows in and out. Feel that you are grounded, present, and ready to speak from your heart. When you are ready, say the following invocation and healing prayer aloud. I call upon the white light of spiritual grace, divine love, and soul healing. Funny, because grace is the keynote of Gate 22. Please help me tune in to clear guidance in all areas of concern in my life. I choose to trust in the unfolding of a higher, loving plan in my life. The divine timing of that plan and my own capacity to respond and act with wisdom. I recognize that I am blessed, empowered, and protected as I fulfill my side of my divine soul contract with the universe. I have the courage to continue. I have the wisdom to embrace the inner light of my heart, helping, healing, and guiding me with grace. I have every right to be confident in myself and trusting Spirit. Place your hands in prayer and let your mind and heart relax. You may wish to close your eyes and intend that a loving light of Spirit is around you and within you. Especially notice the top of your hand relaxing in this presence of Spirit. Ground yourself again in the present moment with a deep breath in and out. You have completed your healing process. Guys, those are some powerful, powerful teachings we have today. I'm loving it. None from Moonology. And I hope that you have a beautiful and blessed and connected day. Until next time, guys. Love yourself.